Right. Okay. Should be going live. A little late again, but hasn't stopped us. Hasn't stopped me anyway. Need to make sure I've got a I will need my BBC chat. Reason for being late, I guess I might as well explain. Food again. My Fridays have become a little busy recently, which means I'm generally falling behind on when I'm able to have dinner. And I have friends who would not be best pleased with me if I was to ignore having dinner until after my stream, which, you know, isn't until midnight on Wednesdays. I have been thinking that things might change regardless, like regarding how busy I am when I move. But otherwise, I'm considering possibly looking at changing around what days I do my streaming. Anyway, last time we were... I believe it was last time we fought Ravana, defeated Ravana. We're able to climb up Sohm. Annoyed Nidhogg a bit, but we're not quite sure how to find Hraesvelgr up in the Churning Mists. But Ysayle, Alphinaud, and I are pretty convinced that, you know, we saw a moogle, but we just can't find where it went. So Alphinaud's on his way to the Twelveswood to see if we can, you know, talk with the moogles there about, you know, if they have any friends in the sky. But while Alphinaud's making that journey, Sorin's been checking in with Janicunard and Lady Lavava and seeing what's going on here. Let's see how things go. I am happy to report that Lady Lavava is fine and well, and hasn't been attacked by bandits, dastard curs, Sharlayan spies, or disgruntled knights once since her last encounter at the Convictory. After restoring health to all convictors so they might return to getting wounded again, she journeyed northwest into the Ravanian forelands. If that journey was without incident, she should be in Twelveswood now, tending to the chocobo hunters there. Might I suggest that we go and join her, Sorin? Of course, Janicunard. Off to Twelveswood then. It's definitely going a bit more out of her way. From what I could gather, it's not really like the hunters of Twelveswood are associated with Ishgard. Whimpering? Lady Lavava? Sorin, it's good to see you again. I pray you have not been neglecting your training. Excuse me. Now, you may be wondering why I chose Twelveswood of all places to visit next. Well, the truth of the matter is I did not choose it at all. It chose me. The hunters here somehow heard of what we had done at Convictory, and placed a formal request to have me come and tend to the hamlet's wounded. I would like to believe this proof that word of the benefits of Sharlayan astrology is slowly but surely spreading throughout the realm. But enough talk. There are still many alien souls to require succor. Would you and Janicunard mind assisting me again as you did in the Western Highlands? Of course. Oh, just look around for anyone who might need a bit of a healing hand. You there, sir. Are you okay? 2 score summers trapping chocobos, not a single beak in the eye or talon in the arse. And here I am on my deathbed on account of tripping over a calam tree root. Don't worry, sir. I'll have you patched up in no time. An honest healer? Here in Twelveswood? Now I have seen everything. No worries, sir. Just doing what I do best, I guess. I would like healing to be what I do best. I don't know much about the whole god-killing thing as a primary skill. Excuse me. Need a drink. Sorry about that. Damn each and every one of the 12th to the 7th hell and back. I'm not ready to die. Well, I don't have anything from the 7 hells for you, sir, but I've got something from the 7 heavens. How's that feel? Praise the 12, I'm healed. Well, you changed your tune quick. Anyway. Anyone else need a bit of a healing hand? Oh. How are you two getting along? Other than singeing the arse of a jeweled courser's cutpurse or receiving the scrutiny of a tricked maiden, it is rare that I've had the opportunity to use many of my spells while behind the ramparts of Ishgard proper. This is actually all quite exciting. Though many of these men's wounds are deep, expected benefit should provide sufficient healing. Okay, ma'am. Oh, that's someone else over there. Hello there. The pain! Oh, the pain! I'll see if I can't help with that, sir. How are you feeling now? I don't know who you are, but you're good in my book. I appreciate it, sir. Not seeing anyone else around who looks in need of a little bit of healing at all. Oh, you two seem to be finished. I do believe that. I do believe that is everyone, at least for today. These men and women have chosen a horrendously dangerous profession. A chocobo's talons can rip open flesh to the bone, and a single kick can knock an otherwise hale hunter out for a senite, if he survives it. Many of them seem surprised, grateful of course, but surprised that we were here helping them. Does the hamlet not have its own healers? Do the temple knights not dispatch their hospitaliers this far from Ishgard? The Holy See only cares for their war of the dragons. It cannot be bothered with a handful of hunters, despite the fact these hunters are its citizens. I was told on my arrival that they manage with makeshift poultices created using herbs gathered from around the hamlet. When the wounds are more severe, they turn to their sole barber who, well, is also the local butcher. I'm sorry. My frustration with the situation coupled with the day's efforts have me slightly drained. Might I be allowed a few moments of respite? Quimpering, Sorin, would you be so kind as to accompany the lady on her stroll? It has been far too long since that Charlatan assassin showed her face, and the reading I conducted earlier this morning showed a day rife with conflict and confusion. I suppose, as long as Lady Leveva's okay with it. What'll you be doing in the meantime? I guess we leave you to it. Let's go. Oh yeah, I've unlocked flying, haven't I? Lady Leveva? I'm glad you came, Sorin. There is something important I must tell you. Since Janet Quinard gave me my father's journal, I have spent my nights poring over his writings, trying to piece together what I could about his life. It appears he was hard-working and just. He trusted all and truly wanted to help people in need. He believed that knowledge should not be hoarded like food, but shared amongst the intellectually starved. He also knew that there were those who would see him stopped, persons who used their influence to trick and frighten the Forum into believing that knowledge should be kept at one's breast. Persons who saw my father as a threat. His final few entries all speak of how he feared for his life, of how one man in particular was working to see him dead. That man's name is not important. In the end, it turned out your father was killed by the very people he was foolish enough to trust. People who, in their slaying of a good man, proved that they were unworthy of the knowledge he so freely offered them. And now here you are, making the same mistake as he. Continue with this foolishness, and you too will suffer his fate. You had a name. Can't recall it. Do not dare talk of my father as if you knew him. You know nothing. Your mind is as closed as the minds of those back in the old world who believe that hiding in their books will shield them from the pain and suffering of the real world. Such passion. It's a pity it remains misdirected. My employer only wishes to see you back, safe in Sharlayan. The Forum recognizes your talent. You're an asset to our nation and its people. We would have you live a long and prosperous life, so that you may rise even higher than your father ever had the opportunity to. Ah, but we both know you're far too stubborn to take this gift so graciously offered. You would rather fight. And you know, so would I. No more games, Laveva. Let's end this. Right here, right now. Your precious stars is our witness. Spare no one, not even the girl. For all your words, I thought she was going to fight us herself. Right. We've got out of situations like this before. These mercenaries from Sharlayan themselves? Sharlayan itself are still just hired to... there's... Okay, she was just getting backup. Still, for all her words, I was... Oh. The hunters! See if I can't give them a hand. Oh, Cumbrian has a ton of debuffs on him. What? Would Aspect of Helios target these guys? Oh, it does! Ah, that means I can give them all the... Oh, that's a... Hello. Gruntumulus Dinder Gravel. Oh, you, sir, look like you're getting a little near death. I'm not having anyone else die on my watch. Oh. Okay, I guess you can have that. Whatever. We did it. That should be the end of the... Like... were they assassination attempts, or... kidnapping? Well... Are you alright? I heard the commotion and came as quickly as I could. Not as quickly as these four. You remember? The hunter so gravely wounded not less than a bell ago? If memory serves me, they could barely lift a finger, let alone rush headlong into a heated battle and help turn the tide. Don't be too hard on the silk shirt. Turns out we didn't need his help any road. We'd have fought it, eh? Real life fighting astrologians. Now I truly have seen everything. Laveva, I dare say those men would not have risked their lives had they little respect for us or our craft. You are right. Our actions here have done more to promote Sharlayan astrology than any long-winded discourse. Why, I expect this very night the tale of your daring deeds will be told 100 times over in mead halls across the Forelands. Which means it will not be long before the Forum has heard as well. We Sharlayans may have officially abandoned this realm, but our ears remain. If the one who hired Celia is who I think it is, then I expect not less than a formal edict of extradition to be issued. An edict of extradition? But Sharlayan has no power to force Ishgard to deliver you into their hands. What was Sorin saying? Furthermore, what is it that you have done wrong, but allowed others to partake in your great nation's bottomless well of knowledge, as I did more than 15 summers ago when I studied in her halls? Things changed after you left, Janequinard. Many even believe it was my father's death that tipped the scales in favour of closing Sharlayan's doors and locking away all our knowledge. If the Forum deems it so, I could be arrested and imprisoned for the theft of national resources. And I see no reason why your Holy See, who has already shown its disdain for our efforts, would stand in its way. So what do we do? Your grandfather, your father, they have given up so much to see you here. We cannot just concede defeat now that we have finally begun to make headway. I never said we would, Jean. I have no intention of giving up or giving in. Doing so would be to deny the sacrifices made by my father and grandfather. The stars have shown me the path I must take. There is no other. And it begins back at Twelveswood, healing those who aided us. I will see the two of you in Ishgard once I have settled matters here. The Quimperine will see I arrive unharmed. Very well, ma'am. I'll see you in Ishgard. And I guess you too, Sir Janequinard. Oh, guess I should just return. Back to the Athenium. Lady Laveva still has not returned from Twelveswood. Oh, but do not worry. I have had word that she simply intends to stay a few turns of the sun longer. What we should be worrying about, however, is the Forum and their pending decision on our companion's extradition. If an official edict is drafted, I fear we may find ourselves at the mercy of the Vault. And if that were to happen, there will be little we can do to keep Laveva here, short of starting a war. If only we had more time! When I was studying in Sharlayan, I heard whispers of an ancient astromantic spell, which could stop time and the very movements of the heavens. All of my professors denied it existed, of course. Well... I'd probably trust your professors on this more than... Maybe I don't finish that thought, not in front of him. Janequinard's... A way to stop time would be nice, though. I suppose if it existed, it would be far too easy for people to use it for evil. Probably about time I checked into Gridania. Oopie-doo. And then to the Conjurer's Guild. Alphinaud, I hope I haven't kept you waiting too long. Excuse me. Need another drink. I sent word to the Elder Seedseer upon arriving in Gridania, and I'm pleased to report that she has agreed to grant us an audience. And if anyone can help us to contact Twelveswood moogles, it is she. We are expected at the Lotus Stand. I trust you're familiar with the Conjurer stationed at its entrance. I'm fairly familiar by now. Hello, ma'am. I bid you welcome, friends. The Admiral spoke of having met with you, but 'tis no less of a relief to see you safe and hale with mine own eyes. But we humbly thank you for agreeing to receive us upon such short notice, my lady, and for all you have done for us in our absence. Would that it were solely to express our gratitude that we came to you this day. Alas, the tides of battle yet dictate our comings and goings. Elder Seedseer, we would beg your wisdom in a matter that may finally bring an end to the Dragonsong War. Speak on, friend. I see. So you seek a means to contact these moogles of the Churning Mists. Good boy, I say, good boy. Greetings, Kuplokop. What do we owe the pleasure of your company? I was struck by the sudden urge to bring you some fruit canny, and I'm jolly glad I did. Tell me more about these moogles in the sky, Kupo. I will gladly tell you all I know, though it amounts to precious little. We encountered a moogle high in the clouds of Dravania, and had hoped that you and your kin under Twelveswood might agree to facilitate a meeting. Pray correct me if I am mistaken, Kuplo, but there are legends, are there not, which speak of moogles who dwelled beyond the clouds? Indeed there are, Kupo. Long ago, back when the world was still young, they say my ancestors served the gods up in the heavens. Of course, that was before their masters took to bickering like spoiled children. Ah, yes. The tale of good King Moglin the XII. He is revered for holding fast to a rope of miraculous length that his subjects might climb down from the sky and escape to the world below. Ignoring the more fanciful aspects of this tale, it may well be that Kuplo's ancestors hailed from the Churning Mists. And given how long his kin have resided in the Twelveswood, it is perfectly possible that the details of their history have faded into myth. Indeed, Master Alphinaud, such stories often contain a measure of truth. It is likely that the moogles of the Churning Mists tell similar tales of the world below. I can well imagine why the one you encountered fled at your approach. Oh, fleeing's second nature to us. We often hide when the larger races come trampling through the forest. Of course, where there's one moogle, there's bound to be more. Which is why I've decided to take a trip to the clouds, Kupo. They surely won't be afraid to talk to me. I was hoping you might say that, Master Kuplo. You will accompany us, then? Just you try and stop me, Kupo. I'll admit, the thought of venturing outside Twelveswood is a bit unsettling. I can hardly refuse a chance to meet my distant cousins. If you will have me, I too will accompany you on this venture, and lend my voice to your cause as an ambassador of Gridania. My lady? Is that a... my lady, are you quite certain? How oft has our nation turned to the scions of the Seventh Dawn in its hour of need? How oft have we asked the Warrior of Light to risk his life to save our own? Full many times, I say to you, and never have they refused us. Thus do I choose this day to offer mine aid to our allies for the good of the realm. Is this not just? A most unexpected and most welcome offer, Elder Seedseer. We would be honoured by your presence. Well, looks like our party's grown a little bit for a bit, then. Pray return to the summit and inform our companions of these developments. I will serve as the Elder Seedseer's guide on the journey back to Sohm. It being a path I have already trodden, I do not anticipate any great difficulties. Besides, we shall have the Elder Seedseer's personal guard to escort us. Okay then, I'll see you there. It's this one. Get that exclamation mark out of the way. I didn't need to learn about sugarwood quarters. I want to fit nothing. Well, still doesn't seem like anything's changed too much. I think that's Estinien down there. Ysayle, how are you getting on? Ah, Sorin, you returned. How fared you in Gridania? Better than I hope. Hraesvelgr's whereabouts yet elude me. Well, we're hopefully making some progress. Sir Estinien? How have things been going with you? Well met, Warrior of Light. Nidhogg is not stirred, but he watches us, unblinking. I think we've making a little bit of progress anyway. The Elder Seedseer herself answers your call, and there is naught to do but wait. They are here, Sorin. Oh. Hello, everyone. Greetings, my friends. I am happy to report that our journey was mercifully uneventful, devoid as the road was of Dravanians. It would seem the dragons have abandoned Sohm for the Churning Mists. Elder Seedseer, may I present to you Sir Estinien, Ishgard's Azure Dragoon. It is an honor to meet you, Sir Estinien. I have heard many tales of your order's extraordinary skill and courage. Friends, I feel it only right to inform you that we are not alone. The moogles are all around us even as we speak, and I should imagine they are more than a little concerned by the horde of strangers that have descended upon their home. Mayhap now would be an opportune moment to introduce ourselves. Oh, I guess that was something we never thought to do, was, like, say hello? This should serve. They're hiding, of course, but there's so many of them, Kubo. I am Kane Senna. My companions and I have braved the long road from the Twelveswood to share words with you. On this, the occasion of our first meeting, we bring an offering of light and wind. This is conjury, isn't it? Oh, such a gentle and pleasing glow, Kupo. Oh, there they are. Oh, I am Moglin, the chieftain of this Moogle clan. This isn't another Moggle Mog, is it? Chieftain Moglin, it is an honor to meet you. Greetings, I am Kuplokop, ambassador of the Twelveswood Moogles. A Moogle from the world below? Your hide is of a different hue, but that palm is unmistakable. I might need a moment here, Kupo. My companions were no less surprised to learn of your existence here amongst the clouds. I hope they did not startle you overmuch in their eagerness to make your acquaintance. Full well can I imagine your wariness. I am told that men have not walked here nigh on 1,000 winters. Mayhap you will forgive them their forwardness when I unfold to you the grave matter which first brought them into your midst. My companions crave an audience with the great wyrm Hraesvelgr, that they might negotiate an end to the war twixt man and dragon. An end to the war, you say? I trust you, Kane Senna. The light of peace shines brightly within your soul. But I'm afraid the same cannot be said of your friends. To be plain, we did not hide ourselves because they were the first of your kind to be seen here in 1,000 years. Well, not only because of that. We hid because we smelled dragon blood. These skies are home to many, many dragons. While some crave peace, such as Hraesvelgr, many others crave the opposite, such as Nidhogg. Suffice it to say, we were worried that the presence of your blood-spattered warrior friends will attract the attention of the nastier kind, and invite destruction into our happy home. Now, just a moment, Chieftain. Someone here may have doled out the odd thrashing or two, but it's always been for a really good reason. He's a champion of the Twelveswood moogles, and I'll not hear his good name slandered. Now, Ambassador, let's not ruffle each other's fur. I shall, of course, take your testimony into consideration. If I may, Chieftain, there is little room for trust twixt strangers. Might we not take this opportunity to learn more of each other? An excellent suggestion, Kupo. In the interests of fostering friendship and keeping an eye on you, I extend to you the hospitality of Moglin. Prove yourselves worthy of our assistance, and it will be yours. I shall be watching, Kupo. I guess that's a success. Hello there, Chief Moglin. Tell me, in the world down below, do all of your kind look so different from one another? It must be terribly disconcerting. What was it that Kuplokop called you again? Sorin Sherwood, sir. Sorin! Your names are as odd as your appearance. Have you ever considered a nice moogle name? Oh, Moglin is taken, by the way, Kupo. As are Moghan, Mogmug, and Moglin. These being the names of the three wise moogles who will administer the momentous challenges that I have devised to measure your worth. I call them the Trials of Trustworthiness. Undertake these trials, and we shall soon see whether or not you are worthy of our aid. 133. Ooh, so these are actually better than what I do have, but none of these are. Astrologian. Hello there. Hello, yes, I am Moghan, the foremost alchemist in Moghome, if you must know. If your tummy's gloopy or your wings are droopy, I have a potion to fix that. Or if you would, I would if I didn't keep running out of ingredients. Luckily, you're here to do my trial. Yes, go forth, mighty adventurer, and mightily pluck 3 sprigs of cloud's breath for me. You'll find it blooming near the entrance to Ale Tom. It's not the safest of places, so don't let yourself be too distracted by the pretty flowers, Kupo. Okay. This is definitely trials, right? Everything alright, Ysayle? So exceedingly fluffy. Okay, then. Hello. Yes, you have the pleasure of speaking with Mogmug. I know. I am the fluffiest, most enchanting creature you have ever laid eyes upon, Kupo. It isn't easy being this adorable. I can barely take a stroll outside without those relentless Dravanians throwing themselves at me. Why, they look as if they might just gobble me right up. In any case, fleeing their overbearing adulation is growing a little bit tiresome. Your trial, sir, is this. Find these ardent Archaeosaurs and slap some manners into them, Kupo. Perhaps a firm smack on the snout will teach them to appreciate my charm from afar. Okay, sir. How are you doing, Kuplokop? How exciting is to have relatives in the clouds, Kupo? I guess it is. I owe the Elder Seedseer my life. My duty to protect her surpasses all other concerns. Just as their cousins in the Twelveswood, these Moghome moogles excel in the manipulation of Aether. There are few who could detect them if they chose not to be detected. Warrior of Light, we have not spoken since the trouble with good King Moglmog, and I would proffer my apologies. Had I not been bound by my duty to protect the Elder Seedseer, I would have stood with you against your accusers in Ul'dah. Thanks, sir, but you don't need to apologize. I understand, we all have our jobs to do. you might be Moglin? Moglin's the name, and art is my game. When it comes to painting, there are none in Moglin who can match my talent with a brush, Kupo. I know why you have come. Chieftain Moglin has demanded that I test your trustworthiness. But as I trust no one to create art that will satisfy me, I instead charge you with retrieving a masterpiece I seem to have misplaced. It was ambitious and innovative work, guaranteed to fetch at least 4 Kupo nuts in the open market. You must find it. Question the masses. Surely a pebble painted with such vibrant colour and unmistakable panache cannot have escaped the notice of every moogle in Moglin. I guess a trial's a trial. How are things going on for you, Estinien? Yuri, take these ridiculous flying rodents! Clearly not well for you, then. Alphinaud? I did not expect our travels to bring us to a Moogle village. I wonder if a similar settlement exists somewhere within the Twelveswood. I guess to asking about the painted pebble? Oh, excuse me. Moglin is missing his masterpiece, Kupo. Oh, you mean that paint-smeared mess of a pebble? I've not seen it recently, a fact for which my eyes are profoundly grateful. Oh, okay. Art isn't appreciated by all, I guess. Mr. Moglin has misplaced his masterpiece, Kupo? Oh, happy day! If I am the swifter in finding it, I will soon have a genuine Moglin for the price of a little perspiration. Honestly, who has 4 Kupo nuts just lying about to spend on such luxuries? But I guess also there are people who are invested in it. Hello there. I don't know much about his stone, but I do know Moglin's been creeping out the back way to Sohm Summit from time to time, Kupo. Maybe he left it up there. Well, I guess that's the only clue I've got to go on. Is that the one that's maybe up the way? There's no acorns nearby? Oh, there is one. Quite close, actually. Oh. Probably a good idea to attune to this. Nope, nope. Clearly not up here. I must have just been not doing too smart. Oh no, I'm supposed to talk to Moglin again, not just go straight for look. Well, what did you find out, Kupo? Well, not much, I don't think. Yes, now that you mention it, I do seem to recall leaving my pebble out in the sun to dry. The second part of your trial commences. Go, adventurer, and retrieve my masterpiece before some art-starved admirer swipes the stone for himself. Very well, sir. Is painting pebbles a popular pastime? A popular pastime among moogles? Because there's a lot of them just sitting out and up. Oh no, is this? Oh, now do I have to go around and up? Okay. A little static. river certainly is different when you're this high up in the clouds. What is an ominous looking structure over there? Right, painted pebble, painted pebble. Painted pebble. Wait. This? Maybe? It's a pebble and it's painted, so I'm going to assume this is correct. Wish there were the other jobs I had to do. Right. Maybe I can cushion my fall with an aspected benefit. Ow! Okay, I'm fine. Not a problem. Not a problem. Right, this looks like some of that. Well, I'm gonna guess this is that cloud's breath. Is our friend there okay? Is he fine? Oh. Are these Mog's admirers then? Hello there. I'm going to have to politely ask you to leave my moogle friend alone. Okay, there's one dealt with. And just one more. Oh, never mind. There's another one. Right. Okay. Well, that's that problem resolved. Now, just see if I can find some more of that cloud's breath stuff. It doesn't look like there's any over here. Where might it be? Further up the hill? Oh. That looks like it might be what I'm looking for. There we go. And that should be the trials I was given complete. Which means Chieftain Moglin should be willing to help us now? Hello, Moglin. Do you have it, Kupo? Is my masterpiece safe? Is this your masterpiece, sir? Yes, this is my work. Is it not exquisite? I call it Contemplations of Zenith. Thank you, sir. At last I can exchange my art for those delectable Kupo nuts. Chieftain Moglin will hear of this valorous deed. Well, thank you, sir. And... Is this actually... Mine's are only... The stats are only vaguely better, and this one doesn't improve my... direct hit rate at all. You were able to humble my Dravanian devotees? Wonderful! You are as capable as I am captivating, Kupo. Still, my precious perfection does not excuse those louts from pursuing me so mercilessly, their tongues lolling and bellies rumbling. The Dravanians their ilk have much to learn about acceptable acts of admiration. Of course, sir. Thank you. And... Moglin. Hello there. Did you have any trouble finding Cloud's Breath? I do need it quite urgently, you know. Are these the right flowers, sir? Oh yes, these are perfect, Kupo. Now I have the main ingredient for my palm tonic. Speaking of which, how are you feeling, sir? Should you ever feel your palm loosen its bounce, then I'm your moogle, Kupo. I'll let you know if it ever comes to that. Maybe I should do a little more helping out, just to kind of show that I'm not just doing the bare minimum. Hello. We haven't spoken yet, have we? Have you ever bathed in the waters to the northeast? Of course not, because a gang of burly Hruckins has been attacking anyone who goes near them, Kupo. If you were kind enough to slay a few, that might scare them away, giving me time for a dip in the waters. I guess... that's... a task? Can get me a little bit more familiar, I suppose, with the lay of the land around here. What is that structure over there? It's like a whole city. And then there's... it's like good and evil opposed. You, I do not believe, are Hopkins. Don't really need to waste my time fighting you. Don't quite get up there. All up a little too high for me to quite get to. Oh, this looks like it might be a path up. There we go. They're pretty big. Oh, ready, Aquila? Let's go. A little out of the way. Redraw. Astrodyne. Does no one want to give me any magic cards. Right. One more should do it, right? Okay. There we go. Okay. Now Moglin should be able to take his bath he wants. And I'll have demonstrated to Chief Moglin that I'm willing to go above and beyond. That can't hurt, can it? Trying to figure myself, where would I was a great ancient dragon. Where would I live? I'm not coming up with any good answers. After my talk with Midgardsormr and what I know of dragons, I can't quite imagine how they think. Especially when it comes to something like choice of living arrangements. Hello there, sir. There's a couple less Hropkins now around your lakes. Many thanks, brave adventurer. Finally, I can enjoy a bath without the smell of raw dragonfish assaulting my senses. Say, a dip in the waters might serve to freshen you up as well, Kupo. I guess, but I'm a little busy right now. Chief Moglin? Sorin, if that is what you insist on calling yourself, you have completed the trials of trustworthiness administered by Taskmasters Moglin, Mogmug, and Moglin. During these grueling tests of character, I closely observed your conduct, as well as that of your companions. And I am decided, Kupo. Gather your friends before me now, so that I need not repeat myself needlessly. Right, time to gather everyone together then. Ysayle, what sorcery is this? That my heart should stir at mere fluffiness. Ysayle? Sorin, I was... No matter. What is it? Chieftain Moglin has made his decision. Well, let us not keep him waiting then. I wasn't quite expecting to see this side of Ysayle up here. We've become such friends, Kupo. My moogle cousins love to sing and dance as much as I do. Chieftain Moglin has finally come to a decision, has he? Well, I suppose I'd better flutter over and see him then. Alright, standing here in Mogholm, my thoughts turn inevitably to the legend of good King Moglemog XII and his seat in the heavens. Like most, I thought it no more than a myth, a story for younglings that grew with the telling. But with every passing moment, I become more certain that we have discovered the origin of the tale. Full eager am I to hear what the chieftain has to say. Sir Estinien, the chieftain's made his decision. How go your trials, warrior of light? I myself have been sent on a number of expeditions to chastise the local dragon population. Did not their chieftain wish to avoid inflaming the Ravanians? Such contradictions aside, our host seemed entranced by the height of my leap. He compared me to Mog, a lance-wielding Moogle warrior of Eld who also favoured such attacks. It was meant as a compliment, I expect, but I doubt these furry lumps could outleap a caracal lamb, much less a dragon. Conclude your business here swiftly, Sorin. I like not this place. Okay, then. Alphinaud? at these trials over then, and my tasks have been little more than household chores. If our hosts elect not to grant their aid after working us like packed chocobos, I shall demand compensation in couponuts out of principle. But I hope it will not come to that. Let us hear the chieftain's verdict, shall we? If couponuts are as valuable as I seem to be getting from talking to the moogles, that might work to encourage them to cooperate. Excuse me? Never have I seen such determined workers, Kupo. It would have taken us moons to complete all those dreary chores and niggling errands. Yep, so it was just chores. And have our labours proven the purity of our intentions, chieftain? Without a doubt. In fact, there was never really all that much doubt to begin with. You were, after all, already friends with a fellow Moogle. But you see, before any meeting with Hraesvelgr could take place, certain preparations needed to be made. And what better way to help you pass the time than by having you perform all those tiresome tasks that no one ever wants to do, Kupo? Oh dear, the horn! Bring out the horn, quickly now! The horn? This? We blow on this wondrous instrument whenever we wish to speak with the great wyrm, Kupo. We haven't perhaps been treating it with the care it deserves of late. I think Moglin may have sat on it. So we needed some time for cleaning and polishing. And straightening. No loss in harm done, though. Now you simply need to head to Zenith, the wyrm's dwelling to the west, and give the horn a good toot. We are in your debt, chieftain. Thanks to your noble gift, we shall finally have the chance to plead our case to Hraesvelgr. Very possibly, yes, but I wouldn't get my hopes up too high, Kupo. The old wyrm isn't terribly fond of, Your concern is appreciated, but I am quite certain that Hraesvelgr will welcome our overtures. Should we ever arrive at his lair? Come, we've squandered enough time already. Are you two going to be okay when we actually meet Hraesvelgr? Chieftain Moglin, we thank you for your gracious hospitality. Though we must soon take our leave, I pray that we may continue to nurture the shoots of this new-sprung friendship twixt earth and sky. Of course, Kubo. Visit us whenever you wish. Consider Moglin your home amongst the clouds. Off we go. Thanks for helping. Thanks for the help, Kupo. I doubt I would ever have found time for all those rotten chores. Hey, it wasn't my idea. If the chieftain had spent a little less time sitting about and a little more time chieftaning, things would never have gotten so messy in the first place. And he was the one who sat on the horn, by the way. But now all the errands are done and the horn is fixed, so all's well that ends well, eh, Kupo? Yes. Well, I guess I should be heading on. Well, I expect you're eager to be on your way. Did I mention your friend was looking for you, Kupo? If not, Alphinaud is looking for you. I'll be waiting just outside, stretching my wings. Let me know when you're ready to depart. Okay. Has Sir Estinien gone on ahead? It will not be long now, Hraesvelgr. Okay. Alphinaud? To the best of my knowledge, we have all that we need for our trip to Zenith, and I believe the Elder Seedseer and her retinue will soon be making the journey back to Gridania. It would be remiss of us, I think, not to convey our gratitude to them prior to going our separate ways. Shall we? Of course. Lady Kane? Alphinaud, Sorin, I do humbly thank you for what has been a most enlightening experience. Were it not for your pioneering spirit, the existence of these moogles might never have been revealed to us. It is we who should be thankful, Elder Seedseer. Were it not for your timely diplomacy, they would never have chosen to reveal themselves at all. And 'twas your presence, Kublakop, that ultimately won us their trust. It must have taken great courage to leave the sanctuary of the Twelveswood, and we are exceedingly glad that you did. It was my pleasure, Kupo. I've made so many new friends and have so many fantastic tales to tell my kinsmoogles back home. And it is to our home we must now return. May you ever walk in the light of the crystal, my friends. And you too, ma'am. Safe journey, Elder Seedseer. We too must be on our way. Hraesvelgr awaits. Right, let's hope our next little bit of diplomacy goes, well, even nearly as well. Oh. Lady Kane? Warrior of Light, pray attend closely to your companion, Sir Estinien. Beneath that stoical facade, a storm of anguish seethes unseen. I'll look out for him, ma'am. Thank you. I am a bit concerned about him. However, what he might do. He certainly doesn't seem a fan of dragons. He's going along with this just to get an opportunity to kill Hraesvelgr. That's... Everything okay, sir? Enough talk. Let us leave this risible place. Risible? Let us leave this risible place behind us. We have tarried over long. Let us forge ahead as swiftly as we may, lest Ishgard bear the brunt of the Horde's fury. Oh yeah, we can't forget why we're doing all this. The closer we come to Hraesvelgr, the higher my spirits rise. But is it I who am related, or Saint Shiva? That's... How distinct are you two at this stage? Anyway. Have you said your goodbyes and dabbed away your tears, Kupo? Then we are indeed ready to go. Well... Maybe see if there's any other little ways I can be of help before we head on. I believe this is another Aether current. You aren't thinking of heading towards Azaha, are you? Best watch yourself if you are. Archosaurs stalk the road looking for an easy meal. Only someone could drive them away, Kupo. Oh, you seem the type for dragon hunting. Why don't you slay free of the Archosaurs and open the road back up for Moogle traffic? Once the deed is done, let Mogmond and Asa know. Asa. Don't know quite where that is, but that might be along the way. So maybe... As Chief Moglin already explained, the shiny instrument we gave you is the best means of grabbing Hraesvelgr's attention. I'll come along now and show you the way to Zenith. That's the big palace where you need to blow the horn. First things first, though, we need to make for Asa. Oh, and watch out for rampaging dragons. Maybe that should have been the first thing. Well, does seem like we're going in the right place. Maybe I will start putting that. Do I have any materia that's... I need a certain level. You need it? Oh, you do need... Can't do my... I'm used to playing as my own character. I kind of have had the habit of leveling every job, including Disciple of Hand, Disciple of Land jobs, kind of all at the same time, which is has its benefits. It's definitely slows me down a bit playing the game, but I keep forgetting about some things that, you know, like materia melding is not something that is necessarily... Well, I suppose, like, technically it's easy to do, but it's not... Oh, dragons. Didn't need to do that, but I'll take it. Right. Okay. Seem to be clear a little. Press on a bit. Arceus sword. That's those ones, right? I had to kill some for the Moglin. So a couple more should keep the path, should have the path cleared a little. Hello, friend. Okay. Just drop by to help kill an Archosaur. Press on. One more should do it. That one seems to be slap bang in the middle of the road. So get rid of this one, and then report to... there's someone back in this Ysayle place. I guess I should say thank you. Right. So just keep following this. Oh, another dragon. These don't seem like the normal. You ever... Oh! Okay, that's more than one of them. That looks like a little bit of an ambush. Oh dear. Okay. Right. Any more? Okay. Ysayle probably isn't going to be best pleased with me, but... They struck first. It was... I have to defend myself, right? Excuse me? Hello there. I was told to report that, I've helped clear out, the road to Moglin. Is that someone from below? How did you get past the Archosaurs infesting the road? I dealt with him a little. What? Mugsy asked you to slay him for him? It's just like him to depend on the kindness of strangers. We've barely been able to venture outside of Asa for fear of being attacked. Now, thanks to you, the roads are just a little safer, Kupo. You're welcome. I'm just passing through. I think. We're just passing through. I don't think we've plans to stay here. However, I'll be with you in a moment. I just see something over here that's of note to me. Let's choose this. How was your journey? Never would I have believed it's so much land lay hid above the clouds. Ravana is not as I imagined it. The histories make no reference to the existence of these ruins. Curious. Most curious. Do you see that sculpture to the south and west of here? I'm almost certain it was carved in the likeness of Saint Shiva. The south and west? Oh, yeah. I mean, I can't say I don't know enough about the dragons, I suppose. Things are a bit bitey back there, but I think we've arrived in one piece, Kupo. I wonder what has the dragon so awfully snappy. I mean, the bad ones are always bad, but they seem worse than usual. Scouting, no healing. We may have a small problem, Kupo. When the winds are high like this, Hraesvelgr invariably abandons his lofty perch and heads to the lands below to hunt. If you tried blowing the horn now, I doubt you'd hear it. I suggest we stop at the clearing up ahead and rest until the wind dies down. Well, so... just a bit of waiting, then? I suppose that makes a change to something, like, disastrously wrong happening that... Of course it'd be just my luck. Just our luck, I suppose. For this to turn into a matter of Hraesvelgr getting caught up in something on the ground and us having to go down to deal with the consequences of that. Seem to be getting to a lot more of the types of dragons I'm familiar with. Hello, everyone? Who can say when the weather will turn? I have a mind to make camp. That's a fair point. Now the very elements conspire to delay our meeting with Hraesvelgr. I must be patient. The fates make mock of us, to be so close. This should do nicely, Kupo. The winds will likely have died down by tomorrow, but until then we might as well make ourselves comfortable. If we must interrupt our journey so close to its end, I suppose this place is as good as any. And may have a brief respite from the hardships of the road will help to clear our minds in readiness for the coming parley. Very well then, I believe a campfire is in order. Leave the gathering of fuel to me. I acquired a keen nose for firewood during my time in the frozen wastes of Kurfus. That was just once, Alphinaud, or you... Clear our minds. It is Master Alphinaud whose mind needs clearing. The thought of meeting a great worm in the flesh has befuddled the boy. Did you see him stroll away as if these ruins were not crawling with deadly beasts? I follow him, Sorin, and see that the wildlife does not make a meal of our young friend. We will have the camp ready by the time you return. Oh yeah. Are you two going to be okay together? Master Alphinaud's artless quest for firewood is like to get him killed. I suggest you follow after the boy, and see that no harm comes to him. Okay then. These amphipters are not the targets I am looking for. Alphinaud? How are things going? Leave the firewood to me. I will. Don't mind me. I'm not... It's not that I don't trust you or anything. I'm just exploring. Anything that's... Okay, the trees are alive up here as well. Always good to know. Any more? Oh. Okay. I think I'm starting to get what Sir Estinien meant. The firewood is likely to... Well, I suppose wood is not likely to burn Alphinaud, but it's... Yeah. The firewood itself might end up being a threat. Hello, sir. I don't quite want to fight you. I guess we are. Okay. Ow, that hurts. That's a tree dealt with, just this dragon. Right. Thank you, Aquila. Alphinaud should be good to go. Let's just check in on him. That's definitely just a normal tree, right? Alphinaud seems okay. And looks like the rest of the trees around are not the types to get up and try and kill you. He can probably make his way back okay. How's camp coming on, guys? I've prepared some things for a meal. It will be plain fare, but better that than empty bellies. I see I was right to worry about the boys' safety. Once Alphinaud returns with the wood, we can see about supper. The Ice Queen has filled a pot with what looks like stew ingredients, ready for the fire. Oh, got actually a decent spread here from the looks of it. Alphinaud, how'd it go? Few things compared to the simple pleasure of sitting beside a crackling campfire of one's own making. Huh. So speaks the great explorer. Until recently you wouldn't have recognized firewood if it came of kindling in a flint. 'Tis well you instructed me so patiently then. But yes, left to my own devices, I would have been compelled to signal to Ysayle a pile of damp leaves. I was born the pampered son of a Charlian dignitary. and, alongside my twin, became the youngest student ever to be accepted into the studium. How proud I was to match wits with scholars and philosophers. How ignorant of my own shortcomings. That hubris invited manipulation and betrayal, and led to the downfall of the Scions. We all of us are guilty of similar ignorance. How many men lay down their lives, never knowing what it is they fight for, never questioning that which they have been taught to believe. It was only upon meeting Hraesvelgr that I learned the truth hidden within our history. Were it not for that chance encounter, I would never have vowed to tear down the Holy See and expunge the falsehoods with which it fans the flames of conflict. I would have lived and died in ignorance. That the truth has driven me to do terrible things, I cannot deny. But I would rather sin in the pursuit of peace than imagine myself virtuous for perpetuating a needless war. If this journey has taught me anything, it is the importance and difficulty of holding to one's convictions in the face of failure, of striving always to replace one's ignorance with knowledge. You are well on your way, Master Alphinaud. At your age I was but a fool swinging a spear, with scarcely a thought in my head. Even now I struggle to acknowledge the misconceptions under which I have laboured. Sitting here amongst these grand ruins, how can I deny that man and dragon once lived in peace? But for all that such an age existed, we are now in a time of war. Nidhogg killed my family, and no quirk of history will exonerate him. I may be ignorant of how the Dragonsong War began, but if we do not put an end to this conflict now, I can say for certainty that it will only breed more vengeful souls, such as mine. In my hands resides the power to vanquish a great wyrm. If Ishgard's survival rests on me wielding that power, I will slay Nidhogg myself, orders or no. Estinien, you gave your word. My word is contingent upon the success of our parley. Show me the strength of your convictions, Lady Iceheart. Convince Hraesvelgr of the righteousness of your cause. Doubt not but that I shall, Dragoon. Well, winds willing, we shall have our answers on tomorrow. Let us sleep now and face our fate with the rising of the sun. Right, if there's this many dragons about, we should sleep in shifts, right? Because I feel some of them still might eat us. Let's take that robe of healing. Okay. I trust you're well rested, Sorin. Good. If we had a parley with Hraesvelgr, we shall each have need of the full complement of our wits. I hope you're not expecting me to do too much talking. Whenever you are ready, warrior of light, full eager am I to gaze upon this great wyrm. We must succeed in winning Hraesvelgr to our cause. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. Well, Moglin, are we to head off? The campfire was so cozy, I must have fallen asleep, Kupo. Do you feel how the winds have shifted? They will have borne Hraesvelgr back to the skies above Zenith, I'm sure of it. This is your chance to climb to the highest floor of the palace and summon him with a toot on that shiny horn. So, I'll be heading back now, if it's all the same to you. Good luck, Kupo. It was nice knowing you. That's a... guys? Was it just me, or was the way he said that a little ominous? I guess we're just accepting that. Is that what's happening? We're just accepting that? Oh, okay. This is Zenith. Another one of these stones. Aphorite. So the highest level. I'm guessing the central structure is the palace? The highest level. This, oh, an Aphrodite. Just give me a moment, guys. Judging by the fact you've all gathered here, I'm guessing this is the place. So this is the place. It is time, Warrior of Light. Lend me your resolve, Saint Shiva. Right, time to summon Hraesvelgr. We're up. So, like this? Was that? Hello. Is that? This is Hraesvelgr?
Hraesvelgr. By the 12. Mine ears hear the tongue of dragons, yet the meaning rings clear within my mind. How can that be?
Hraesvelgr, do you not remember me? 'Twas I whom you found in Dravania. I who glimpsed the truth about your past, about Shiva.
Okay.
But speak it I must. I have summoned Shiva's soul from the beyond and offered myself as her vessel. She has made her heart known to me. I have surrendered mine to her. Do you not see, my love? I am Shiva reborn!
I'm a little lost here. So it's not... I suppose that is what a primal is. It's not really Shiva, just a... The dragons summoned a... Dragons summoned a primal? Right.
Then the spirit that answered me.
Ysayle?
Be that as it may, Lord Hraesvelgr, Ysayle's desire to heal the rift between man and dragon is real, and it has borne us this far. We would spare both our kind and yours the ravages of this senseless war. Pray join your voice to ours in a call for peace and forgiveness.
This isn't sounding good. Oscar. Not a name I've heard before. Have I?
Your tale bears scant resemblance to the one I was taught. How convenient that it should absolve your kind of all responsibility. But tell me, dragon, why should I believe your version of events?
Sir Estinien, maybe we don't want to antagonize. the ones who partake of dragon blood.
Ishgard's so-called heretics.
That's why that happens.
Then the seed lies within us.
Ye gods, I have borne witness to such a transformation. Looked on as a heretic assumed the shape of a dragon. I imagined it some manner of Dravanian enchantment. But if any Ishgardian, regardless of allegiance, has such potential within them, 12 forgive us. To think of all the dragons we've slain.
They were all Ishgardian.
Oft have I wondered why Nidhogg did not simply raze Ishgard to the ground. Now I have my answer. He has no intention of winning the Dragonsong War, for it is no war at all, but vengeance, an eternal requiem sung for his murdered sister.
So,
I have
what do
not
we
come
do?
this far only to admit defeat. We can still return the eye to Nidhogg and beg forgiveness for our ancestors' crimes. Mayhap our words will sway him.
Sweet. That was... You okay, Ysayle? What false god is this Shiva? What manner of fandom have I welcomed into my heart? Estinian? As predicted, Iceheart's faith in the wyrm was misplaced, which leaves us with but one recourse. You know I have the right of it, Warrior of Light. I mean, in the end, if this is just a matter of Nidhogg's personal vengeance, then dealing with killing Nidhogg would be the end of it. There's no political reason, there's no territorial disputes, it's just a brother wanting revenge for his Murdered sister. I really don't feel so great about this anymore. Alphinaud? Hraesvelgr was every bit as awe-inspiring as I imagined. His voice fairly dripped with power. The will behind his words so undeniable that it transcended my ignorance of the dragon's tongues. It is but a pity that I misliked what he said. So far did we travel, even unto the very heavens themselves, only to be dismissed like unruly children. And far from mitigating this humiliation, the hidden truths we have learned serve only to prove that our grand mission of peace was destined to fail from the first. Nothing will deter Nidhogg from his course. Then... what now?
Well, what do you propose we do now? I, for one, am intent on continuing to the east.
East?
What is there to be found in the east?
Nidhogg's lair, the Eyrie, is said to lie in that direction.
Oh.
And the eye tells me he is near.
I think I've seen that.
You cannot still mean to slay him.
You cannot still mean to stop me. I have been true to my word, and aided you in this fool's errand with Hraesvelgr. But your efforts at parley have come to naught, Lady Iceheart. I would see Ishgard saved, and for that, Nidhogg must die.
With the tale of our ancestors' vile betrayal yet ringing in your ears, you speak of continuing this war?
Nay, lady. I would but pierce its vengeful heart. When Nidhogg dies, this war shall die with him.
A moment, Estinien. You yourself spoke of the Great Wyrm's strength, that you believed him powerful enough to raise your city to the ground. How then are we few to challenge him? Even behind the stout walls of Ishgard, with an army of knights manning the defenses, our victory would be hard won. Yet you propose to contend with the beast in his own lair.
There's a
In
point.
close combat, this will afford us an advantage. And if the tales are true, the Warrior of Light has bested many an invincible foe.
I mean, in my defense, they weren't invincible, just
But such speculation
strong.
is meaningless if we cannot even find the worm. Our first task must be to seek out Nidhogg's lair.
I don't think it's too difficult, Sir Estinien.
The story of this nation grows bloodier by the moment. Must death always be answered with more of the same?
I don't like it, Alphinaud, but can you propose something else?
Such is the way of things, I fear. I shall consider it a miracle if mine armor is not stained crimson ere this conflict is ended.
That I should be blinded by my own lies. Everything I believed, everything I thought I was, gone. All gone.
Ysayle?
Leave her. Your words will not reach her now. And we have not the time to wait for her to gather up the pieces of her shattered faith.
I really don't like leaving her behind like this. Shame there are some wounds that an aspect of benefit can't help with. Ysayle, you look after yourself, okay? We have to go on. Ishgard is still in danger. If one more fight can mean an end to the 1,000 years of war, then I can't see how we can't take that option. Area. Fairly certain that's what that structure over there is. Looks ominous enough to be Nidhogg's lair. Aquila, we're back at it. Definitely understand why the dragons aren't happy with us. Further onwards. It's definitely kind of in the east. I guess if I head over there, see if I can get closer, and if I meet Estinien there, I think I'll know I'm in the right place. Dragons. I don't want to have to fight you. You're not leaving us with much choice. Just keep pressing on. Looks to be a watchtower there. If I head there, we can get a bit of a better look at what we might be dealing with. It's another Hraesvelgr. I think we should be fairly close now to having all the Hraesvelgrs explored, actually. 3 more quests. Well, one of which is up here. Still more of them. Looks like they really don't want us getting close, so I feel we're definitely on the right track. keep pressing on. Moogle doing up here? Everything okay, buddy? Whatever can be taking her so long, Kupo? My replacement should have been here already, but I don't see her anywhere. I'm so hungry. I waited she went home on account of those troublesome Tulihans that are flapping about. You slay forward, and that should secure a safe path, giving my replacement no excuse. Please, my stomach begs you, Kupo. I guess I can help out? These are... These dragons are a little too small to be ish guardians, right? Deal with a couple of them. Let the moogles, you know, at home. I suppose in the end, that's the moogles aren't hurting anyone. They are. Regardless of their reason, they're still killing innocents. Even in... been dozens of generations since the start of the war. You can't really keep holding... You can't really keep holding that against modernish guardians. Hey, Mike. Hey. I know what Hraesvelgr said about my perceptions of time are different for Nidhogg and himself. That even after 1,000 years, that memory is still fresh. I don't know what to think anymore. Thank you. Now that the Tulihans are out of the way, it's only a matter of time before my replacement gets here. I'm about to pass out from hunger, so I think I'll go ahead. What could go wrong, Kupo? Okay there. I should be checking in with... From the looks of it, I got the right place. Estinien, pray tell me I'm wrong.
Is that it?
I think that is it, Alphinaud.
Aye, that would be the Eyrie. I feel Nidhogg's presence through the eye, his caustic hatred gnawing at my soul. 'Twould seem the death of his consort has put him on guard. Mark how he wards his lair with tempestuous winds.
A similar barrier once barred our entrance to the primal Garuda's domain, until we discovered the means by which it could be penetrated.
So we're looking to bring the Enterprise on board again?
Perhaps it is time we called upon Master Garland. It will be just like the good old days, no?
I guess. I feel a lot less confident about our reasons this time around, though. So... A force of sufficient power to break through a primal's defenses might conceivably grant us access to the area. And I can offer no better solution. Pray consult this engineer friend of yours. Very well, on the condition that you swear not to lure Nidhogg from his lair in our absence. And steal all the glory for myself, you mean? Nay, I am not so selfish as that. Contact me by link pearl when your preparations are complete, and we shall set forth from Ishgard together. Right. Ooh. Excuse me. I suggest we rendezvous back at St. Renette's Forum, Sorin. From what I gleaned of the Holy Sea's decidedly ambitious airship project, Cid will still be in Ishgard. Sounds reasonable enough. I'll see you when we've found our help then, Sir Estinien. Alphinaud? When last you saw Master Garland, he was advising the Asgardians on their alien airship, correct? In that case, he might still be at Camp Cloudtop. Failing that, we could try the airship landing, or maybe even the Skysteel manufactory. But let us not waste time searching aimlessly. Someone in the city is sure to know where to find him. The question is, who? Sir Aymeric would seem the obvious choice, but there's no guarantee he'll be able to grant us an audience at short notice. Ah! I have it. Deadmon's youngest son prides himself on knowing all the Holy Sea's juiciest rumours. Let us return to the manor and see if Lord Amanalaine is about. I mean, we are right next to this Skysteel manufactory. We could always just ask in there if Mr. Garland's been about. But I guess Alphinaud knows best. Hello there, Sir Amanalaine. Ah, the hero returns! How goes the fight, old boy? Well, I trust. In search for a Cid Garland, you say? Then say no more. The taverns are full of talk, and the name of said silver-haired genius has cropped up more often than most. I hear he's been tossed for getting that monstrous airship the Holy See commissioned to actually fly. It would seem the project has been plagued with mishaps from the first. In any case, Garland Ironworks employees are known to frequent the airship landing, and I'll wager their master does too. The airship landing. Yes, I thought as much. Come, Sorin, we must find Cid and trouble him for his expert opinion. Well, thank you, Amanalaine. I'll be off. And find out how... It's been a while since I last saw Cid. There's some picks and wedge as well. Ishgard comes under attack. We'll have to get out of the city pretty sharpish. Don't much like the idea of leaving a job half finished, though. What's that? There are dragons coming? Sorry, I can't talk now. I have to finish this job and get out of here. Cid? Biggs? Wedge? Sorin, Alphinaud, how fare you both? Not terribly well, judging by your faces. Greetings, Master Garland. I am sure it will come as little surprise when I tell you we have need of a favour. I think we need to borrow the Enterprise again, sir. Another wind barrier. And you say it was conjured by Nidhogg? The Enterprise could certainly take you where you need to go, but she would not fare well against dragons. She's agile for a ship her size, but not that agile. The Dravanians would fly rings around her. And if they took it into their heads to incinerate the rigging, there'd be precious little we could do to avoid them. But there must be something we can do, some manner of weapon we could employ. Estinien stands vigil at the edge of the Churning Mists, but we do not know how much longer. Alright, alright. I didn't say it was impossible. I said it was impossible for the Enterprise. We need a smaller boat. Biggs, Wedge, it's time we gave that new toy of yours a proper field test. A new toy? Excuse me. It's probably best if I let the lads show you. Come on, the manufactory's not far. Okay, my interest has been piqued. What's going on here? Were Biggs and Wedge building their own airship? They had been working on one before. Was it the little Bronco or the tiny Bronco? That was when I first joined the Maelstrom, wasn't it? They all want to build bigger, but we know where the future is headed. The Guardians have granted us the use of a small corner of their workshop, all part of the agreement. I think you'll see we've made the most of the space. Ah yes, the Skysteel Manufactory. As I recall, this workshop is primarily devoted to the construction of dragon-slaying weapons. Well, Biggs, what have you got for us? Our little project's just inside. Oh, you're gonna like this one. So, what are we looking at? Oh!
Feast your eyes upon our latest and greatest feat of engineering. We call it a mana cutter.
That is cool.
Struck out on our own for a bit and started work on the successor to the tiny Bronco.
It was the tiny Bronco. This is... For a successor, this is nothing like the tiny Bronco, if you don't mind me saying.
My talent for ship design has plainly rubbed off on them.
Plainly.
They've adapted the principles of corrupted crystal technology and constructed a mechanism which converts ether from its surroundings into elemental wind. Said wind is then harnessed by the specially engineered sails, providing the craft with propulsion and lift. All in all, a most elegant solution. I'm actually a little upset that I didn't think of it myself.
The design does, however, come with one small flaw.
Oh.
The
What
energy
might that be?
conversion ratio is bloody awful. To generate enough power to get you off the ground, you need to be in an area awash with predominantly wind-aspected ether.
In other words, there are a few places you can fly, lots of places you can't.
The new Ishgardian airship hasn't left the boys much time for tinkering, meaning it may be a while before this particular project takes off. If you'll forgive the pun.
Nope. Tataru.
Tataru, what's happened?
I've been looking all over for you. There's been word from Aldar. It's about Her Grace, the Sultana.
This is really... This couldn't have come at a worse time, I don't think.
Quiet elsewhere. Leave the mana cutter with us. We'll see that she's airworthy and suitably equipped to slice through those winds.
Thank you, Sid.
You, meanwhile, should concentrate on providing Ravana and the Sultana whatever help they need.
Guess it's off to Uldar then. But that will be it for tonight. Anyways, thanks for stopping by. I'll be back with Sorin's Journey on Friday, and then more Celeste on Saturday. But until then, I hope you've enjoyed a bit, and